Genesis chapter 37. Joseph dreams of greatness. Jacob settled in the land where his father had lived as an alien, the land of Canaan. This is the story of the family of Jacob. Joseph, being 17 years old, was shepherding the flock with his brothers. He was a helper to the sons of Bilhah and Zilpah, his father's wives. And Joseph brought a bad report of them to their father. Now Israel loved Joseph more than any other of his children, because he was the son of his old age, and he had made him a long robe with sleeves. But when his brothers saw that their father loved him more than all his brothers, they hated him and could not speak peaceably to him. Once Joseph had a dream, and when he told it to his brothers, they hated him even more. He said to them, "Listen to this dream that I dreamed. There we were, binding sheaves in the field. Suddenly my sheaf rose and stood upright. Then your sheaves gathered around it and bowed down to my sheaf." His brothers said to him, "Are you indeed to reign over us? Are you indeed to have dominion over us?" So they hated him even more because of his dreams and his words. He had another dream and told it to his brothers, saying, "Look, I have had another dream. The sun, the moon, and 11 stars were bowing down to me." But when he told it to his father and to his brothers, his father rebuked him and said to him, "What kind of dream is this that you have had? Shall we indeed come, and I, your mother and your brothers, and bow to the ground before you?" So his brothers were jealous of him, but his father kept the matter in mind. I like this character in the Bible, Joseph. I think I kind of resonated with him because he seems to be more ambitious than his brothers, to the point where his brothers plot against him and betray him later on toward the end of Genesis. But the dreams he shared with his brothers turned out to be some kind of prophecy, because he eventually settles in Egypt. That's where his brothers betray him and sell him to as a slave. He gets sold to the Egyptians, and he makes a new life for himself in Egypt, and he becomes buddy with the Pharaoh, and he ends up achieving a position of status in Egypt alongside right beneath the Pharaoh, and he becomes somewhat of a respected person in Egypt. And he eventually reunites with his brothers and his family. Tells his family, "Come to Egypt, and you'll be able to settle down, have a happy life in Egypt." But he's buddy with the Pharaoh. But when that Pharaoh dies, and then the new Pharaoh comes in, the new Pharaoh is a little more suspicious of the Hebrews, the Israelites. He's more threatened by them because they're being settled in Egypt. Their population is growing, and he doesn't want them to have any position of authority over the Egyptians. He doesn't want them to grow in power. So that sets the stage for the next book, which is Exodus. And if I have that interpretation wrong, please tell me in the comments below. But I think I kind of like I like that character of Joseph, because despite him going through all these negative experiences, he's being betrayed by his brothers, sold to Egypt, he's in a foreign land he doesn't know. He still tries to make a life for himself, and he achieves something. And that's basically what I got out of the book of Genesis in general. It's basically a book about a people without a homeland. Starts off with the fall, with Adam and Eve in paradise, Eve's temptation, the fall of man, and it's just about the descendants of Eve, the descendants of Adam and Eve, wandering the wasteland, trying to find a new home. And again, if I had that interpretation wrong, let me know. But that's basically what I got out of it. That's what I took from Genesis, at least. But what do you all think? Let's start a conversation.